Good evening, Northern Virginia kayak bass anglers. How's everyone doing tonight? Go ahead and give this a moment. Get a few more folks to join in here. Looks like I'm at about 15. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Kind of last minute. I didn't really have this planned up until I don't know, maybe a couple days ago. But we have quite a few. I shouldn't say quite a few, but we definitely have some things that I wanted to sort of discuss. Tonight, and obviously here as we're dead into the middle of off season. So a few things we want to tie up before the end of the year, a couple things we want to announce. Just kind of give everybody an update here before we head into the holidays and finish up 2023. Big and bright future in store for us as far as 2024 goes. Obviously, we hope that it's going to be another successful year. It's going to be good. I have a lot of cool information here to give to you guys. Like I said, not planned. I didn't plan this until a few days ago. But like I said, I had a lot of stuff I wanted to put out, and I figured going live would be the best way to do it. So, everything's been kind of busy. I really do hope everybody is having a great holiday season. We got Christmas here in a few days. Obviously, New Year's a few days after that. Like I said, everybody's real busy. I get that. Definitely busy myself, and that kind of explains why we jumped on here last minute to give you guys this information and kind of do some housekeeping, for lack of better words. So let's see who we got on here so far. A few folks chiming in here on Facebook. Mr. Spencer, how you doing, sir? Let me go and pull up chat on my phone as well. That way we can monitor from multiple places here. And joining me tonight, I have the one and only Mr. Will Brewer. Let's get Will up on here. Will, what's up, my brother?
Not much, man. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
I've seen this list of announcements, man, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, man. Like I said, got some stuff I wanted to get out. A lot of things kind of piled. I shouldn't say a lot, but like I said, things have piled up on me. I've been having a real busy kind of late fall, early winter, and I just wanted to make sure that I did my due diligence. As a club leader, like I said, I feel like I've been slacking in a few areas, and I wanted to get this stuff out tonight for everybody. And like I said, kind of recap a little bit and end 2023 on a positive note, and looking into 2024. Really excited about it, man. And I know you're already privy to a few of the things that we've been working on. I appreciate your help so far in kind of helping get things lined up. And I know we got a lot of work to do still, but it's definitely headed in the right direction.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I know. Well, I mean, you've been grinding too, man. You've been reaching out to a lot of different people, and like I said, I'm super excited about the announcements that you're going to make tonight and stuff. So
yeah, I appreciate
definitely the grind, and especially you got family stuff also you have to take care of that stuff.
Been a lot of it, man. Definitely been a lot of family stuff. Things for work. I'm getting squared away here before the end of the year. So like everybody, man, we're all busy, but I wanted to make sure that I get this stuff out as we get it. We definitely have some cool stuff in store tonight. Like I said, I won't take too much time, but I'm gauging probably about a half hour. So hopefully, give or take, won't be too much longer than that. But let's see. So for the agenda tonight, looks like we got quite a few folks joined in here. Hey, how's it going, everyone? 21 so far. God, I wish I could see. StreamYard does this. It only tells me that it's a Facebook user that's commenting. So I'm actually logging in now to see who's on here. It only tells me. Turn that down.
Yeah, next time I'll be a little bit more prepared. I'll have my iPad set up so that way I can see it also.
You can blame that on me because nobody was prepared for me to say, "Hey, I'm going live tonight." So no sweat at all, man. I just appreciate you coming on, dude. That way I don't have to be a lone ranger.
Oh yeah.
See here.
Sometimes you just need somebody there to bounce things with.
Oh, for sure. Man, it's only telling me there's like 3 comments on here. Oh, you know what? I think that's because I'm not seeing the YouTube stuff. That's probably why. Anyway, I apologize. Like I said, I can't see everyone's name, but if you're commenting, maybe drop your name afterwards so we know who's talking. But yeah, like I said, we're going to go through a few things. I got a little slide deck prepared for tonight to go over what we're going to talk about. And if you guys have questions, you can go ahead and post them up. Kind of a general Q&A. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Hopefully this works. I'm going to add a slide deck to the screen here. All right, can everyone see that?
Looks good from here.
Got it. All right, good stuff. So I'm going to click through. I don't know if the animations are going to start. Oh, let me get rid of that banner. We don't need that anymore. There we go.
Professional, like you've done this once or twice.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I feel like it's new every time I do it. I feel like they always update something on here too. So it's trying to.
We need to spring and get you a green screen behind you.
Dude, look at this. I don't know if you can see it when I flash my hand. I do have a green blanket, like a big sheet, but it's not a real green screen. And the other thing is it's not very bright where I'm at. I think if anything, I'm going to get some more lighting. But I definitely want to. I'm still jealous of Jason DeMott's setup. He had this on lock, and we need to get him on here again or help square us away.
That's right.
But all right, so we'll without further ado, I don't know if everyone can see my cool. I guess it took my cool fonts away too because I only have them downloaded on my computer. Bummer. That's okay. Housekeeping. Let's get caught up. This will serve as the 2023 sort of culmination, tying up some loose ends here for the end of the season. First and foremost, let's go ahead and look at our agenda. So yeah, it's not going to do the animations, so that's okay. We're going to talk about finances. Not a whole lot to go over there. Just kind of let everybody know what's going on with the club finances and kind of where we sit moving into 2024. Raffle situation. We'll get to that. Quick bottom line up front on the raffle situation. The gentleman who won the raffle, extremely generous, extremely, dedicated to the mission that we had set for the raffle, right? Getting as much funding as possible that we could for our local Heroes on the Water chapter, the New Fredericksburg chapter. The gentleman had decided that he did not need the kayak. So what we will do is discuss what we're going to do with that. 2024 memberships, we'll go over some of the pricing that I figured would be at least something good to announce now and kind of when we're going to start that stuff. We're going to talk about some off-season events that are coming up that I know everybody's excited for. We're going to talk about rules just very, very briefly. I'm just going to kind of talk about what our intent is moving into 2024 and what NVKBA has in store for like rule sets and things like that when it comes to KBF and how NVKBA may or may not differ from that a little bit. So, but like I said, I'm just going to graze over it. If you guys have questions, bear with me on that because it's not even created yet. The updated 2024 policy and rules documents haven't been created yet. So that's just something I'm going to tease out now before we get to that. Then we're going to talk about some of the latest sponsors that we have locked in for 2024 that we're extremely excited about. And then last but not least, we will discuss the 2024 KBF National Championship qualifications. That I'm really excited about, and I'm sure everybody here is going to be excited. We'll make sure we publish the complete list after this event, but that's one of the last things we're going to talk about tonight. So, all right, let's go to finances. So as far as finances go, I think right now we are sitting at just under $500 that was remaining in the club pot. So again, this was from some earlier fundraisers that we did with the hoodie sales from Custom Ink. Obviously some hat sales that we've done throughout the year, just random sales to help kind of keep the budget afloat. Because as we know, these things aren't free. We have to pay for, the promotional materials like checks, banners, the cool trophies that we had this past year. Definitely something we want to continue to do. So, and of course the website, that's not free. The obviously the email domain, all the stuff that we use that kind of goes under the radar is all expenses that the club continues to pay for. Obviously due to and we could not do without membership fees that everybody is gracious, willing to pay every year. So we appreciate that. We're in a good place. We're in a good starting place. We're not starting from zero. So we'll be able to jump into 2024 with a little bit of momentum when it comes to finances. And I'm definitely looking forward to having some awesome trophies again. And hopefully they'll even be better than they were this past year. Obviously, courtesy of Catch, one of our sponsors. So we look forward to announcing that stuff and the design of that stuff as we move into, January, February, and before the season starts. Obviously, we hope to have all that locked in. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with finances, just under $500. So that's good. Like I said, we didn't have to break even. We were very blessed and fortunate to be kind of ahead of the game this time. We are going to have to, pay some more annual fees when it comes to the nonprofit and stuff like that as well. So all that's going to continue to help that out, and hopefully we'll continue to grow that pot and continue to have more at the end of every year. So that's only going to help bolster our club, bolster participation, and obviously hopefully have bigger and better prizes throughout the year that MVKBA is actually able to contribute to, rather than just relying on sponsors. Obviously, we're very grateful for our sponsors, but the more the merrier, right? The more that we can give back to you guys is what's important to us.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, that's what we got as far as just quick finance overview. I'll go ahead and move on. Like I said, I don't think this is going to populate, but that's okay. We'll I'll just kind of announce and go through this as we get to each bullet item.
Yeah, and I think you going over the finances, that's something a lot of clubs don't do. So that kind of gives everyone within inside the club itself kind of where we're sitting at and what we spend things at. So I think that's pretty helpful.
It's like I said, it's a quick overview. It's not every down to every penny.
Yeah.
Obviously, that stuff is available for anybody who wants to see it, because all of the anglers own the club. It's that type of entity. So everybody that's a member has part ownership of this. So you have the right to ask us what's going on, and we have the right, or the obligation to tell you. So don't think that anything's slidden under a rug or going, by the wayside. We want to be sure that we're clear with everybody on what's going on with the club funding and all that, and where every dime is being spent. So just to let everybody know, that's how we operate. But as you can see here, the raffle situation, right? We're going to re-raffle the kayak. So like I said, gentlemen who won the kayak in the raffle for Heroes on the Water, we were able to use all the funding that we raised from that raffle, and he decided to graciously donate that kayak back to another raffle. So huge shout out to Mr. Rich Kelly. We appreciate you, sir, for your generosity and being able to do this one more time to end 2023 on a high note, to add more to the Heroes on the Water fund that we, more than what we initially had planned for. So what we have decided to do was to sell tickets for $10 a pop, and we're going to limit it to 150 tickets. That way they get sold and they're gone. We want it to be 150 limit, $10, going to raise an extra $1,500 for Heroes on the Water. They're going to be in waffle format, right? Family, friends to Joel's account. We're going to run this this sucker until we're sold out. We're not going to put a date on it. We're just going to run it and see where it goes. We'll do the live virtual drawing that, just like we did last time. It's a little bit underwhelming, but it's the quickest and most fair way that we have to do this digitally. So we're going to run the live virtual drawing just like we did before. The Black Pack, Mr. Scott Hill, courtesy of Scott Hill. He's the angler that won the Black Pack in the raffle. He also decided to donate that back because he doesn't need one, he said, and he would like to see that thrown back into the prize package. So appreciate you, Scott Hill. That Black Pack is going to go into this prize package with the bona fide RVR 119, I believe it is. I get the numbers confused. But we're really looking forward to getting this thing out of my garage, number one, and into the hands of somebody who's going to use it and obviously benefit Heroes on the Water that much more. So like I said, once complete, we still have all the funding that we have raised, the lump fund that's sitting in our bank account between the last fundraiser and the custom ink fundraiser. All that is sitting in our account ready to go once we get this locked in. So that should give our Fredericksburg chapter a good boost moving into 2024.
I think $10 a ticket. I think we should be able to fill the 150 limit before Christmas.
I think it'll be pretty quick. I do, especially if everybody shares it out just like we did last time. Like I said, I'm happy to be able to slap that additional funding right on, to that payout for Heroes on the Water. So.
Absolutely.
Again, shout out Mr. Rich Kelly. Shout out Mr. Scott Hill for doing what you did, and we're excited to get this wrapped up and to end with a bang.
Yep, nice little setup.
Yeah, it really is. Especially now when you're adding the Black Pack to it, it's like it's all meant to be.
Oh yeah, and all the Mountain River tournaments we have this year,
dude. Yeah, especially y'all have seen that new schedule. We got additional additional skinny water and moving water events. So it's going to be a good kayak for somebody to have. That's for sure.
Yep, I'm sleep on it.
I might buy a couple tickets myself. All right, moving on. 2024 memberships. Ah, man, this kills me how it messed up my fonts and I put the little S down below. I hate it. It's not too professional. But that's okay. We'll get through it. All right, here's what we're looking at for pricing when we're talking 2024 memberships. We're going to go with the standard membership of $35 and obviously a $5 discount for our military, our veteran, our first responder community. First responder includes police officers, EMS, firefighters, you name it. Definitely looking forward to continue to honor that discount, something that we hold near and dear to our hearts as most of us are vets. A lot of us are vets in this group. We appreciate everything that you guys do. And then youth, right? We're still running free youth memberships. Haven't had a ton of youth participating over the years. We had a couple more come out this past year. We want to keep seeing it. We want to keep on offering that to our youth for free in terms of the memberships and just to get them out and get them used to being on the water and getting them pumped up about it. That's what it's all about. So we're going to continue to offer that for our youth. And then obviously we have a lot of folks who have won free memberships throughout the year. Mostly our folks who have had the first place finishes. There might have been a couple extra awards there for various reasons throughout the year, but it's not too many. It might be like less than 10. So we'll make sure that we get everybody the instructions on how to redeem that in your email, as well as the once the memberships are up on Fishing Chaos, we'll ensure that process is as smooth as possible. I know over the last few years, things have been a little rough when it comes to having like duplicate memberships and things like that over the years. Renaming every membership by the year has seemed to be somewhat of a struggle for us through Fishing Chaos. So I'm gonna make sure that those hiccups, those issues are non-existent for all intents and purposes moving into the 2024 memberships and buying those online. My intent is to have all that squared away before the Richmond show, before January, like mid-January timeframe. That way, when we're down in Richmond at the show, that folks might be able to just sign up and bring a laptop with us and start getting the ball rolling. So I want to be able to have folks do it online, and obviously we'll walk them through in person when we're at our shows and things like that too. So it should be pretty good. Like I said, I'm hoping it's going to be relatively seamless, relatively easy. So yeah, if anybody has questions on that, I know I've already had quite a few folks emailing us here during the off season about how to join, obviously because all of the current memberships are closed. So nothing is out there right now to be able to go and dive into that. So I'll have that stuff out, obviously after the end of the year, moving into 2024, we'll make sure it's squared away and good to go. Did I miss anything there, Will? I know I'm going kind of fast. Like I said, I'm trying to get this knocked out. I don't want to take folks too much of folks' time this evening, but once again, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in and helping get this word on the street.
I think that was it, man. You covered it.
Awesome. All right, what do we have next? Off-season events. All right, so we just talked a little bit about the Richmond Fishing Expo. That's going to be our first big event of 2024. I am still working on getting a booth, whether that is going to be a shared booth with Appomattox River Company or a standalone booth somewhere nearby. It's definitely something that I'm trying to get locked in. And like I said, I'd love to have us there and a presence there at that show. I'm going to be there regardless. And I know a lot of you are going to be there regardless, but it would be really cool to kind of have a space for us to hang out while we're down there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that show, like I said, it's going to be January 19th to the 21st, 9 a.m. Friday morning to 7 p.m. Then you have the same time frame Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that is, I can't remember what the event center is down there, but if you just, they already have a Facebook page and everything for it. So
yeah, it was something Meadow
Park, or something like that. Meadow Event Center.
Doswell.
Yep, that's it. And then after the Richmond show, we are looking at the Fredericksburg Fishing Flea Market. This is always a fun event, low key, local. A lot of local vendors, a lot of small businesses come to these shows. It's a great opportunity to socialize, to network within the local fishing industry and community, and to get local folks fired up and let them know what we're about. Hopefully, get a few new members as well, and get new folks out on the water. So that'll be Saturday, January 27th, from Saturday 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then. Matter of fact, I think it's the following weekend is the Dale City show. So that's one I know for a fact we're going to have 2 tables at the Dale City show, February 3rd. And we're going to have a kayak. I'm going to bring my kayak there. I'm going to have it set up in tournament rigged, display for folks to see. So again, kind of the same thing, engaging with the local community, making new friendships, partnerships potentially, and just hanging out, having a good time. Be a lot of cool stuff for sale, a lot of unique things for sale. So it's definitely a good one to come out to. And that's those last two. Those 2 local shows are just one-day events. So you have your first one from 8 to 1, and then the Dale City show is at 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, February 3rd for that. And then last but not least, the 4th big show that we're doing over the wintertime. We don't have a ton of information about it yet. We're still working it right now with Jared and the folks at Jake's Bait and Tackle. But we are looking at it's going to be right now. The save the date is going to be February 24th for the kayak fishing show that we did last year at Jake's. We're going to do that again this year. Only this year is going to be first thing in the year. It's not going to be kind of like mid-season like it was last year. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a lot of, and this is kayak fishing specifically. So big shout out to our sponsor, Jake's Bait and Tackle, and Jared, Jenny, and the folks up at Jake's in Winchester for wanting to do this again. It was a huge success last year. And I know it's going to be even bigger and better this year. We have a lot of new names popping up for, seminars and things like that. So I'm really excited about that. Obviously, shout out to Thomas Aarons as well from Fishing the DMV for helping get this set up as well and doing the full coverage of the show. It's going to be a great time.
They're going to have to clear out some more of those boxes.
Dude, I know it's going to be tight. But maybe the other thing is if we do end up, we had actually discussed on maybe doing it some other places, but I think right now that's what we're going to shoot for, is doing it back up at Jake's. That being said, the show is probably going to be limited. So, it's going to be capped off at a certain number of kayaks able to come in. So definitely, it'll be a good one. I know that, and it's going to be packed. It's going to be a good kind of packed.
Oh yeah.
So again, that'll be right now. We're looking at February 24th for that show. So go ahead and mark your calendars, folks, for these dates. This is kind of where we're going to be at throughout the off season, and then heading into March. We got the new season kicking off. So the end of March. But it won't be long. It'll go pretty quick. Let's see here. Looking around and seeing if we've got some more comments rolling in. Jackie George, I think that's you. JG2, how you doing, brother? Rick. Roger, the Fredericksburg show is at, oh man, what's that place called? It's the Eagles. It's called the Eagle. It's like kind of like a Eagles. Oh man, what do they call that? It's like an event center. Hold on, let me pull it up really quick because I know we have it. Here, Fredericksburg Fishing Flea Market. That is going to be at. It's called the Fraternal Order of Eagles, post 4123. So that's 21 Cool Spring Road in Fredericksburg, and that's the January 27th show. And,
so it's American Legion.
Yes, I believe that's what it is. Or if it's something like that, it's called the Fraternal Order of the Eagles. I wish I knew more about it, but yeah, very similar. And again, we're gonna have 2 tables at that. That admission is $3 per person, free for children under 12. Yeah, and then the Dale City show. Let's see. I had that in another email. That's the Dale City Fishing Flea and that one's hosted by New Horizon Bass Anglers, Mr. Charlie Taylor. kind of a local legend when it comes to bass fishing. He runs that club, or did. I know he's still affiliated some way, shape, or form. But that is the 27th annual Dale City Bass Tackle Show, February 3rd, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And this is going to be it's the Hillendale Fire Department in Dale City. Obviously, like right by Woodbridge.
We'll make sure that we keep this stuff posted as it's starting to come near, so that way you guys know exactly where to go.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Most definitely. I just bookmarked that page too, so I wouldn't forget it. Yep, that's it. Roger, Cool Springs. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Rules. Again, I'm not going to get too deep here, but I just wanted to let everyone know, and I think I've attempted to do this over the last year or so. I just haven't gotten around to it 100%, but I'm trying to make it a point this year in moving into 2024 to have a standalone rules, kind of a rules addendum specifically for NVKBA. We've had versions of this in the past. However, a lot of it got kind of lost in the sauce. A lot of it's not applicable anymore, just for the simple fact of rules change and things become outdated. So we want to make sure we get you guys the updated, obviously the updated as current of KBF rules as I can possibly find. I want to get with Mr. Chad Hoover just to make sure that we're not missing anything there. Maybe something was posted that I didn't catch, but I want to make sure I have the most up-to-date copy of that. I'm going to hang that on the website. And then right next to those KBF rules, we're going to have a list, and it's not going to be a huge list. Right now, I'm guessing somewhere between 1 and 2 pages worth of NVKBA guidance when it comes to those KBF rules, because we do things, I'd say about 99% to the KBF rule, but there are some times when we have to differ from those rules for certain events, just like our river events, right? Our river tournaments, one of the big rules that came out last year through KBF was the fact that you could not wade fish when you are fishing out of your kayak. Well, certain events, that's not going to be the case for NVKBA. Obviously, we're a smaller club. We're totally authorized to make those decisions to follow the KBF rules in full or in part. However, and with that, we are going to still allow wade fishing for those tournaments as of right now. So we need to make sure we have that stuff documented. And that's just one example of certain things that is going to differ between KBF and NVKBA. And I'm going to try to make it as streamlined and as fluid as possible so that it's not confusing to anybody. Because the last thing I want to do is confuse folks between two different rule sets. It's not going to be that type of rule book. It's just going to be simply a kind of here are the KBF rules. Make sure you look at this NVKBA document to make sure that, when you're fishing our tournaments, that these certain things are or maybe not authorized. And obviously, not every club operates the same. Everyone sort of follows and does something a little bit different than the next club. So it's important to know those things and to know the club that you're fishing with. So we want to make sure that our stuff is clear and upfront for everyone. Mr. Josh Evans, how you doing, sir? Good to see you.
Keep in mind too, rules. It's up to the individual angler to make sure that they read through each one of the rules and understand them. If they have any questions, to reach out. All right. So at the end of the day, it's all on the angler. Okay. So
yeah,
keep that in mind.
Yeah, very, very good point, Will. It is the angler responsibility to know the rules. It is my responsibility as a tournament director to make those available and make those clear. If they are not clear for whatever reason, it is the angler's responsibility to reach out to the tournament director or any of the staff that is working with me that day, to clarify those rules. If you don't understand something and it comes up too late is not good, right? We want to get this thing squared away before it get, like I said, before it's too late. So definitely important.
It's definitely not one of those situations where it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. You always ask for permission first.
Yeah.
Because it could cost you a win, could cost you Angler of the Year points, different things like that. So just keep that stuff in mind.
Yep, most definitely. Yeah, and then obviously one thing I will hit on that is not really part of the rules is, it is a rule, but it's also, common courtesy, right? If you have a discrepancy with a call that either I made or a judge made during the event, social media is not the place to handle it. So social media is just an avenue for us to put out information. It's not the avenue for disputes. So there's obviously kind of goes along with what you said, Will, about making sure that, angler responsibility to know and understand these rules. That is 100% part of it. So just kind of putting that out there now. I'm going to continue to reiterate that as we move into the season. But we're about professionalism here, and keeping those things in mind is definitely going to save anglers in the long run and really prepare them for the national level trails. Because, Will, you can attest to this. The national level trails is a no BS zone, right?
Not at all.
So it's not the place. This is the place to learn and to get those, kind of roll those knots out, for lack of better words.
Absolutely. It's the kind
We're here to help. There may be times where I'm stern. There may be times where I'm to the point. But at the end of the day, I want to see you succeed. I don't want to see you struggle. I want to see you be the best angler you possibly can be. And that's what we're here to do, is to help everybody through the process.
Absolutely.
Tough love. That's what we're about.
Yeah.
All right. And again, that being said, I'm a human being too. I am not perfect by any means. I will be the first to admit that. I have made mistakes in the past, and I own up to those. So keep me accountable, right? As a tournament director, that is something that I need to continue to make known. I'm a human being just like you guys, and I'm not perfect. So if there's something I need to improve on, please come to me with it. But come to me, professionally and with the amount of respect that I give to each and every one of you guys, and that's all I ask for. 2023 survey yes, that will be sent out. Sorry, like I said, I can't see the usernames on Facebook. Whoever answered that question, absolutely. I know Joel is working on that, and I'm hoping that'll be sent out. It may be, like I said, maybe moving into January, but we definitely want to get y'all's feedback, and it's something that we've really valued over the last few years, is sending out an off-season survey on what we did right, what we can improve on as a club, and make it better for everyone.
Yeah, these the surveys, they're not just put out there just to make you guys feel happy. They're gone through, and adjustments are made. This is really those times where you get to put your input in, so that way everyone that's part of the team can go through and with a fine-tooth comb and really make adjustments to make this club the best that it possibly ever can be. So make sure that you take the time to go through those. All right.
Yeah, 100%. All right, I think we covered rules enough. Maybe a little deeper than I intended to go, but I'm glad we talked about some of that stuff. And like I said, if you guys have questions, please post them up. Reach out to me, private message, whatever. If you have questions moving into the new season. Oh, and again, like I said, the seminars at Jake's, we're going to be going over all this stuff for new folks. So it's going to be a great time. A plethora of information. I know a lot of folks behind the scenes are getting a lot of folks to come into this event. So I'm really stoked for it and can't wait. All right, let's jump out of rules and let's talk latest sponsors. All right, I think we have 4 to announce tonight that I'm really excited about. Obviously, shout out to the folks who helped me do this behind the scenes. I know Will has a few things up his sleeve. We all kind of got some stuff we're still working. This is not a final list of new sponsors by any means. And I'm, again, really grateful for all the sponsors that we've had over the years, and folks I'd like to consider, that I do consider legacy sponsors. We couldn't do this without them and their support. So we're really excited to bring on the next few sponsors onto the team. I don't have every detail nailed down. I just have confirmation that they are on board. And then a few things I do know already, I'll make sure I let you all know. But let's go ahead and announce the first latest sponsor is Broken Twig Landing Nets. The folks at Broken Twig Landing Nets. Actually, let me pull up my standalone slideshow really quick, just so I don't botch this. If you haven't heard of Broken Twig Landing Nets, like I haven't heard of them as of maybe a week ago, Joel is friends with the owner, and they do something really cool and really unique when it comes to what their product is. So they are premium landing nets, fishing nets. We all love a good net. Everybody needs a good net when they're out fishing, right? And not only are these handcrafted, they are handcrafted from recycled hockey sticks, as you can see in the picture here. The owners of this of the company are avid hockey players, but they're also avid fishermen. So this was super cool. I never saw anything like this. Excuse me. And they are patent pending. So this is, like I said, kind of a one-of-a-kind thing. that these folks are doing. You can even see they have the recycle sign in the logo. I think that's really cool. Basically take broken hockey sticks and turn them into fishing nets, and they are stout. They're solid. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on 1 or 3 for all of my rigs. So huge shout out to Broken Twig Landing Nets for coming on board. And I think right now we're talking discount codes. I'll verify that, but I know Joel's working that one behind the scenes as well. So we'll have more information as it comes. But again, thank you to the folks at Broken Twig for coming on board. I really look forward to seeing these nets and getting them and putting them to use. And obviously, recycling, right? Who doesn't like to recycle?
Yeah, and if you want to kind of see a couple of pictures of them, you guys reach out to Joel. I know he has some. The last kayak show, he had it kind of out there staged up in front on the bow of his kayak. So reach out to him if you want to see some close-up pictures and stuff like that.
And they're all kind of different. When you look at them, obviously every hockey stick's a little different. When you look at their website, they have a lot of awesome, and they're affordable as well. When you compare them to other nets on the market, these things, like I said, I don't think they're going to break on you anytime soon. They're hardcore, they're heavy duty, and they're going to land you good fish for sure. All right, moving on. Next sponsor confirmed, DBomb Anchor Company. Reached out to them. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. They were a very quick turnaround to get us locked in for 2024. DBomb, if you guys haven't heard of them, I know a lot of folks use the Anchor Wizard, and it's kind of tough to find a good anchor that really works with that system. Well, DBomb has actually come up with, they have several different variations of their anchor. I guess the 2 popular ones they have are the ones with the steel cable. It's very strong, very stout. I think their average size is a 6-pound ball anchor. But they just recently came out with another style that has like 3 or 4 different holes at the top, and it's solid. It's a solid construction. It doesn't have the steel cable coming out of it, and that's supposed to work even better with the Anchor Wizard, anchor system. So, huge shout out to DBomb for coming on board with us. They're going to be offering I believe it's a 15% discount to all club members. So, paid membership will get you that perk and get you that discount for DBomb. And again, we'll make sure that we announce all this over the coming weeks on the page with links and all that good stuff. And like I said, once you become a member, you'll be able to take advantage of the discounts that our new sponsors are going to provide for us. So, and again, like I said, I know that RVR that we're raffling off, that kayak has like dedicated Anchor Wizard spots on it. It's pretty slick the way that they have that set up. So it's like this stuff is just made for it. If you would have showed this to me, even like 5 years ago, it would have blew my mind on just the way, the direction that these kayaks are headed. So I'm just glad to be a part of it. Glad to be, we're living in a good time right now when it comes to kayak fishing. So that's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was just about to say that would be a perfect little addition to that river kayak.
Most definitely. And again, affordable. These things they don't break the bank. They're just good, solid, American made products. So we're looking forward to this for sure. Again, thank you very much to DBomb and the folks that worked behind the scenes to get that squared away. Next sponsor, we got Academy Sports and Outdoors on board. And again, this is the local Fredericksburg, the latest academy to come to, actually one of the first to come to our area, I believe. I'm not sure where the closest one is after that. I think there's one down closer to Richmond now. I think that opened a few months ago, maybe like a year or so ago. But yeah, I got to talking with them. Again, something that we have lacked here, at least in the Stafford, Fredericksburg area for a while, is a place to go, kind of a quick place to go and get some tackle, some good tackle that's, not kind of your run of the mill stuff that's local for a lot of folks. So we're really excited to bring Academy on board. This is one sponsorship. I don't know what the end state is going to be when it comes to, the final donation that they're going to carry forward. But I know at the very least they had talked about, some gift cards and coupon codes and things like that. So we're really excited to, begin a partnership with the good folks at Academy. And again, the folks running this is, they're local, they live local. It's got a big name, but it definitely has kind of a small feel to it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this partnership brings. And obviously huge thanks to the folks that made this happen. And last but not least, NewCan. This one is one that I'm really excited about. Obviously, not just because I'm a NewCan kayak angler. I'm not part of the pro team, but I love their boats, and I've been fishing out of one now since last year. I really love it. It's not my first one. Definitely won't be my last one. And we have a Flint as well. These kayaks are really, really good kayaks. I got to talking with the folks over there. Actually, if you don't know, the NewCan is based out of Washington State, so the time frames are a little wonky, but I was finally able to get a hold of someone and discuss kind of what NewCan brings to the table when it comes to sponsorships to local clubs. And the way that this works is they actually will work with our closest dealer to our club in order to provide the award or the prize that they're going to provide, whether it's either a youth award or a sportsman's award throughout the year or something. Excuse me. That's how we deal with NewCan is through our closest NewCan dealer. That being said, they may not be the direct closest dealer, but they are our title sponsor, Appomattox River Company, right? So we're going to be partnering with NewCan and working through Appomattox River Company to kind of seal this sponsorship up. But like I said, I'm really excited to see where this goes and, what is going to be basically the NewCan prize for 2024, whether that's a youth, whether that is a, one-time sportsman award or kind of really what they decide would be best for the club is the way that's going to go. And like I said, I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, those things are like the Swiss Army knife of kayaks too.
They really are. I've always called them. Yeah, that's a good one. Swiss Army knife. I called them the AR-15 of kayak. Yeah. Super modular. I love it because like most of y'all know, I have 4 kids, and it's really easy to turn that thing into a tandem boat and throw the torpedo on the back and get to running and gunning, and then turning it back into a solo rig when I'm done and when I want to go fish a tournament or something. But again, like I said, I'm going to have mine set up at the Dale City show. I'm excited to show folks that. But yeah, huge shout out to NewCan for working with us into 2024. I'm really excited to see where this one goes. All right. I know I said I wasn't going to take too much time, but here we are, closing in on the hour. So I want to get this thing wrapped up. Last but not least, KBF National Championship qualifications. We are looking at April 3rd and 4th at Gunnersville/Wheeler down in Huntsville, Alabama. It's going to be a good one. This one's already up on Fishing Chaos. I haven't checked registrations lately. I think they're somewhere in like the 30s or 40s. But again, we're only, we're still a good, less than 5 months out from this. So this event, I think, is going to grow to be a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go myself and kind of represent NVKB as a tournament director down there. But anyway, the way that we did these qualifications, Chad Hoover recommended 25%. So that number is what we went off of. And we are taking the top 25% of our anglers of the year standings. So those numbers are, it equated to 31.5. So we had, I think, we rounded up. So it's going to be 32 anglers. I'm not going to send, less than that. I'm going to send all 32. Hopefully, if you can't go, we may do a few roll downs. But like I said, I'm excited to announce these anglers. If you're top 32, you're going, or you're qualified. As those anglers are as follows: Vic Hendricks, John Mayhews, Mike Hogan, James Coleman, Greg Oakes, Nathan Updike, Lee Richmond, Will Butler, Dave Steger, Matt Chapman, Gary Duncan, Joe Machado, Justin Butler, Benjamin Levine, Joel Giljam, Bob King, Scott Skinner, Juan Ayala, Lee Wells, Brian Lewis, Frank Bogdan, Chris Owens, Nathan Shallis, Dave Thompson, Chai Sang, Ryan Padaloon, Wade Schoonover, Mike Hosky, Chun Reed, Josh Gray, Will Brewer, and Christian Tetzlaff have qualified in the NVKBA top 25%. I did it. So, again, I want to publish this. I'm going to get this out on the page the coming days, weeks. If you can't go, shoot us an email. Like I said, I'm no rush right now, but I want to get the folks who may have still may have a shot that may be out of the running, give them an opportunity to get on this as early as possible, because I know they will raise the price the closer they do get to that event.
Yeah.
So if you're not going, just let me know. Shoot me a message, email, whatever. yeah, these are the folks who have qualified. So congratulations.
And I think this is also I think it should still be on Fishing Chaos. Also, you can kind of look at the standings. And I'm not sure if the list changed or not. I'm sure Joel knows a little bit more about that.
Yeah, and these names is something else I want to try to get locked in a lot sooner than later, because I need to send the finalized list to KBF so that they get their roster updated. I want to say right now, I don't think any of our guys, well, the guys who have fished like the KBF trail that qualified, y'all should definitely be on it. But the folks from the club who only fished our club, I don't think they're on that list yet. So
okay.
We want to get them in as soon as possible. And, obviously they can prepare for that trip down to Alabama and get that on their calendar ready to go April 3rd, 4th. It's going to be an awesome time. The NC always is a great time. That's it, boys and girls. That's pretty much all I wanted to cover tonight. Like I said, I appreciate everyone tuning in. Will, thank you so much for coming on with me, dude. Did I miss anything big? Does anybody have any kind of burning questions before we hop off of here? And again, this will be up for everybody's viewing pleasure as we close out for the evening. But yeah.
Enjoy y'all's holidays. Be safe if you're traveling. Weather's kind of been in and out and stuff like that. I just got back up from Alabama and it was raining the entire trip. So, make sure you're safe out there. Don't speed, this type of stuff. We want to see you fishing next year. So,
no, absolutely.
Hopefully, you get everything that you wanted for Christmas. Some new baits, some new tackle, maybe a new kayak or something like that. Or maybe you're the lucky winner. This new RVR. So don't forget to push that out there. I think we can fill all the tickets before Christmas. I mean, they're only $10. So.
Yep, absolutely. Made them cheap. So, hopefully folks can buy multiple, and we're not putting a limit on how many you can buy. If you want to buy all 150 of them, be my guest. It'd be pretty cool. But now I like just to echo what Will said. We appreciate everybody. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year from all of us here at NVKBA. Thank you once again for tuning in. Looking forward to a huge 2024. And if you need anything, give us a holler, and we'll be here. All right. Have a good night, everybody.